Hello everyone, welcome again to Grover Academy. Let's continue our topic which we left in our last video, which is rectification of errors. In the last video, we discussed two-sided errors which do not affect the trial balance. In this video, we will discuss one-sided errors which affect the trial balance. These are the enemies whom I know that, yes, these are my enemies, right? So, let us first of all see what are the common one-sided errors. I have listed few here to save time. Casting, which is mathematical, arithmetical error in one or more ledger accounts. If we do any calculation mistakes in ledger accounts, right? Posting incorrect values on the debit or credit sides of a transaction. When I was recording my transactions, one side was correct, other side was wrong. I posted wrong amount. I recorded wrong amount by mistake. Posting only one effect. I forgot to post one effect. Either I recorded only debit or only credit. I forgot to record the other aspect. Posting a transaction twice to an account. It happens normally when we are doing so much of work pressure, a lot of tensions to finish the work on time, deadlines. We do these mistakes, right? Sometimes we forget, sometimes we record same entry twice. Casting, again arithmetical, but in the trial balance. We do calculation mistakes in the trial balance sometimes. Our trial balance is not equal. The first thing we'll see, let's check our calculations once more. We might have done some calculation mistakes. So we will discuss these errors, and one more thing I would like to tell you. You can see I have made a small format of trial balance. Debit is 63,820, however credit is 64,950. You can see the two sides are not equal. This is a situation where my sides are not equal, but I do not know. I have no clue why. What mistake I have done. At this stage, I have no idea. Anything which I do not know, which comes surprisingly in front of me, we call it suspense, right? So the same thing, we will use suspense here. When we do not know why we have this difference in both the sides, we'll put this difference in suspense account, because it's a suspense for us until we know the reason, right? It can be debit, it can be credit, because in our situation which I have taken, my debit is short, so I have written the balancing figure in debit side. But if in some cases credit is short, we will write suspense in the credit side. That means this suspense account has no nature. Nature means no, neither it is real, nor personal, nor nominal. It has not defined debit or credit sides. It gets the side which is short. Let us see what exactly it is. Suspense is a temporary account opened to complete the trial balance and proceed further with the preparation of draft financial statements. I used draft. Why? Because it's a closing, right? I am about to complete my financial statements. I have to furnish my financial statements at the closing, right? But my trial balance is not equal. I cannot wait to rectify, to tally it, but I have to proceed with my financial statements. For now, to do it, I will just use suspense account, I will tally my trial balance and make the financial statements. And as these financial statements are not the exact ones because they will have some changes when I will rectify my errors, that's why I call them draft financial statements. Okay, let's take a quick look of example. Let's see an example to understand how we get these one-sided errors and how we will solve these transactions using suspense account. I've written some transactions here. The first one is purchase journal overcast by 300. And we all know that purchase is an expense. And as per the modern rules of accounts, increase in asset or increase in expense is always debit. And the balance of purchase account is always debit, right? And we have overcast, that means debit is more, right? Debit is more. So when the debit is more, we have to make equal both the sides. As I told you, when one side is more, write the same amount in the opposite side. When we do the entry for purchase, what entry we do? Suppose I purchase goods on credit. Entry is purchase account debit cash account. I have recorded wrong amount means I have recorded extra amount only in the purchase, not in any other aspect account. Right. So what I will do is I will write suspense account in the debit and purchase account in the credit. Why? As I told you, when debit is more, I have to write the same amount in credit. Right? This is what we do. And we do not know why it is more. Overcasted by 300. Why? Which amount I have written to twice. I do not know anything. So, when I do not know anything, I use suspense. Suspense account, debit, purchase account to rectify. I hope it's clear, guys. Let's move to the next one. Cash withdrawn for personal use 660 was not posted in the drawings account. Now, drawings are the assets. Increase in assets is debit. I have not recorded, right? I have not debited. See, let us see where. Let us see a small drawings account here. When I withdraw money, I record in debit, right? But I have not recorded here. I have not recorded here, right? We have to write here because increase in drawings means increase in asset. It's debit. We have not recorded. Now what we will do? We will use suspense to record it, and the entry will be drawings account debit, suspense account credit. The amount for the first transaction was 300. 300 debit, 300 credit. Second transaction, the amount is 660. 660. I hope it's clear, guys. Now next, rent paid 630 was entered as 360 in the rent account. You can see I have written less amount. The mistake is only in rent. What is the entry when we pay rent? Rent account debit cash account. I have written 6 in place of 630. I have written here correct 630. Why? 630. But here, by mistake, I have written 360. I have debited wrong amount in rent. When I have not done any mistake in cash, can I use cash? No. So what I will do is, I will add the remaining amount by using the word suspense. And the difference is how much? If you minus it, it is 270, I guess, right? 270. Right? Now, next. 150 paid to Jones was credited to his account in the purchase ledger. Again, I have done a mistake. I paid to Jones. Entry should be Jones debit, cash credit. But by mistake, what I have done? I have credited to his purchase account. Credited to his account in the purchase ledger. I have not done any purchases from him. If I have credited to his account in the purchase ledger, that means I have purchased goods from him. But am I purchasing? No. I am paying him. Again, I have done mistake. So, when I pay someone, that person is always debit. Jones will be debit, right? But suspense is used in the opposite side. Why? Because I have done mistake only in Jones. The other aspect has no mistake. So I cannot write the other aspect. Right? I have to rectify the aspect in which I have done mistake. And the amount is 150. 150. The last one. Petty cash balance of 200 was omitted from the list of trial balance. I forgot to write petty cash in the trial balance. And petty cash, any cash, is debit, right? Petty cash is a small expense for which I appoint petty cashier if you have done the chapter. So, debit has nothing to do. I will just write here what? Let me know. Okay, I will leave it for you. Tell me, what will I do here? Yeah, okay. Good answer by Anita. I will write here suspense account. Why? Because it was omitted. Right? It was omitted, not recorded. You can see petty cash balance of 200 was omitted from the list of trial balance. Now I will just record it. I hope it's clear, guys. Now, based on this, we'll just make our suspense account. As you must have done your journals and ledgers, you can see the first difference in trial balance we have taken from here 1130. Why in debit? Because we got the difference in debit side. Now, first entry, suspense account, debit, purchase account. So, as we transfer, well, I think we all know posting, right? Posting is what? When you transfer from journal to ledger, we call it posting. The same way we are doing here. You can see, I cannot write suspense in suspense account. Opposite is purchases, right? So, I will use purchases account, 300. Then, rent account, debit suspense account. I cannot use rent. Suspense, drawings suspense. Sorry, I missed one thing. Drawings account, debit suspense account. I cannot use suspense in the suspense account. So I will transfer drawings here. Drawings are how much? 660. Rent account, debit suspense account. Same. I cannot write rent, so I will write. I cannot write suspense, so I will write rent account. Same procedure. This is the base of accounting. As I told you, you should have good base of accounting, right? Again, Jones, 150. Now, I cannot write suspense here again. So, what I will do? Petty cash. And the amount is 200. Let's total this and let us see whether both the sides are equal or not. It's 1430. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 11, 50. Yeah, 1430. Both the sides are equal. So, this is how we will deal with the one-sided errors. I was a bit fast because this is all the base, right? Journal entries are the base. If you know how to do the entries, you have to just replace the correct aspect with suspense in the journal entry. Nothing else. Like suppose let me tell you once more, cash withdrawn for personal use. Entries, drawings account debit, cash account credit. Mistake is only in drawings. So we will just replace the word cash, the aspect cash with suspense, because the cash account had no mistake. And next, if we see that which one we should see, we should see this one. Rent paid 630 was entered as 360 in the rent account. Mistake was in the rent account, not in the cash account. So the entry which we pass normally when we pay rent is rent account debit cash account, right? So we replace cash with suspense, and the amount which we have written wrong, or we have, I think, right, what we have done is we have written less than the actual amount. Yeah, rent paid was 630, but we recorded 360. That means our rent account was short. Only rent account was short. Cash was not short. So we record the difference here, like this. And this is again posting. That's why I was a bit fast, because this is all basics. So the main thing we should keep in mind is these one-sided errors will make the trial balance unequal, and the difference in the trial balance will be transferred to suspense account. It can be debit, it can be credit, depends on the situation. And then we start finding out the errors, rectifying it, so that our balance will be tallied. Once the trial balance is tallied, suspense is cancelled. I hope it's clear to you guys. I suggest you to practice some exercises again for one-sided errors from your textbook, from your worksheets which you might have got from schools, right? And Any doubts, any things you still want me to ask, please leave comments. I'm always ready to clear your doubts. I will make a video for your doubts only. But I can clear your doubts. I can help you only if you will ask me for the help. Right? So let's see whether you will ask something or not. Take care. Bye bye.